like sports, and one of my hobbies is sports radio, because sports radio is even better than sports. You can talk about a game that lasted for 3 hours for like a whole week. What could possibly be better than that? Well, if you follow sports, you've probably heard that last week Vin Scully broadcast his final Dodger game ever. For 67 years, Vin Scully has been broadcasting games. Now, if you're not a sports fan, that doesn't mean anything to you. But if you are, you know his voice. He's done like the World Series, and he talks, "Here's the pitch." Well, that's a terrible Vin Scully impersonation, but you get what I'm saying. And so in some ways, it's like he became my friend. I've never met him before. I don't listen to many Dodger games, but I knew Vin Scully. And then on the radio, they start talking about the other broadcasters, and somebody mentioned Howard Cosell. And I had all these memories of being a little kid, watching Monday Night Football, hearing Howard Cosell and Don Meredith, and I'm not even going to try a Howard impersonation. Well, something started to happen. Like, I became sad. I'm like, why am I sad? I'm just driving around in my car. Why do I care that Vin Scully is retiring? Why do I care that Howard Cosell is gone? But it's because I realized, I know that's the way life goes on earth. Like, we're young and we're strong, and one day we're older, and pretty soon the world has forgotten us. And as I thought more about why I was sad, it really came down to this. Because we were not created to live in a broken, fallen world. We were created for the Garden of Eden, where things are perfect, where there's no conflict. We weren't created to live in this broken world of hatred and anger. And then I started to think about what God says is going to happen. And in the book of Revelation, the last book in the Bible, God tells this story about the new heaven. He says, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice saying, 'Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God.'" And listen to this last part. "He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. He who was seated on the throne said, 'I am making everything new.' Then he said, 'Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true.'" See, if you wonder what is going on, the answer is because you weren't created to live in a broken, fallen world. There is a new heaven and a new earth to come. And it is my prayer that you seek to live in that new heaven and that new earth. That you take this time in this fallen, broken world, that you make the most of it, that you strive to know God and to make him known, to be his son or his daughter, so that one day he may say to you, "Well done, good and faithful servant." God bless you.